Happy New Year, my loves. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. You see my tree is still up. Listen, don't come for me, okay? It's just January 1st. Anyways, by the time this is uploaded, this will be January 2nd. But the reason for this particular video is because we're going to be doing a series on why your makeup sucks. So long are the days of you not know how to do your face, not know how to do something super simple and quick, or do a 45-minute glam or even an hour glam, depending on how you want to do it. I'm going to talk about lashes too in the next video because y'all done got out of control with these lashes. Y'all done got out of control with these lashes. Okay. Just saying. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with someone who you know needs some help with their makeup. There's a lot of us who need help with our makeup. I'm just saying. I'm gonna send a few people this video myself. No, but I'm not. I'm really not though. Love y'all and happy 2024. Let me get this hair line out of the way. First things first, let's go ahead and moisturize our face. My face is more on the dehydrated side. So as you can see, I'm really dry around my mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding some moisture into my face. So I'm using Glow Recipe. I really do like it. So this is what I'm going to start with. Just give it a good shake. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pat that into my skin. All right, the next product that I'm going to use is this one by La Roche-Posay, and this is the Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream. I am obsessed with this. Okay, so after you've let that sit for a good at least 5 minutes, then you can go ahead and go in with your primers. So the areas that I don't really want to shine so much, I'm actually going to dab with a little tissue. I'm going to go ahead and use a mattifying primer just in the center because I know that my face can reflect a lot of like it's oily, even though it's not oily. It's just my skin is moisturized. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to use this mattifying primer, and I'm just going to put it right there in these areas. This makeup look is going to be more so for the girl who has to get outside really quick, who just wants to run a few errands. Maybe she wants to go to church, you know, something really simple that does not require too much detail. I would call it like a 10-minute face, maybe 10-15-minute face. Okay, so I'm going to use a foundation that is super lightweight, perfect for daytime. It does have SPF in it, so you may want to watch out, you know, for flashback at night. But that foundation that I'm going to be using today is going to be the Estee Lauder. So this is what it looks like here. I wore this for church the other day and I was obsessed with it. I wore it another day and it's very easy to use. I'm going to just start with some concealer. And the concealer that I'm going to use is NARS. It looks like this one here. And this is going to be the Sugar d'Orge shade. And I'm going to just pop that right here. You're going to get most of your coverage from the concealer anyway. I'm going to wipe off my eyelids and I'm going to pop this on just a little bit on my eyelids, okay? And we're not going to talk about tools today in this video because I'm going to save that for another video with, you know, beauty blenders and sponges and powder puffs and this, that, and the other. We'll talk about that in another video, maybe in the next segment of the series. Let's go in with the foundation now. So I love this because it has a dropper. I'm going to just get some in here and I'm going to just pop that right there, and I'm only going to put a little bit right here. Put some here and a little bit on my nose. I'm going to just start rubbing it, you know, working it into the skin, and you'll see that it starts to really just blend in so effortlessly. And I'm doing a combination of doing like working it into the skin as well as pressing it into the skin. You're wondering why did I use my headband to cover up some of that lace. I personally like to leave like at least like a half an inch of space because I don't want this to get into my hairline on my lace. So my hairline. That is the most annoying thing, to try to get the foundation out of your hairline. It's so irritating. It can lift up your lace when you try to wash it out. So it's just best to just not get it in there at all. You see how beautiful this skin tint is? It is, isn't it just gorgeous? It's so lightweight and just beautiful, but gives you the perfect amount of coverage, perfect for every day. And I'm literally obsessed with it. Every time I put it on, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it makes my skin look so gorgeous. Look at the glow. This is like stunning. Anyways, so let's go ahead and go in with some blush. I'm going to use this one by Rare Beauty. I'm going to just pop that right there. Actually, also going to use a lighter blush. I'm going to just put that around this blush here. I know it seems like it's a lot, but you'll see. And then I'm going to take my my brush, same one that I use for foundation, and I'm going to just pop that right here. And the reason why I like to do both cheeks at the same time is because if I only do one and then I do the other cheek, well, what happens is the other, like that second cheek, seems to be more pigmented than the first one. It's like it doesn't get evenly distributed. I don't know how to explain it right. I'm going to use my Urban Decay. Generally speaking, you don't want your concealer to sit too long. I let mine sit way too long, so I'm going to use my brush to get this to move. A little bit more blush, just a little bit. I let my concealer sit a little too long, but it's okay. Now we just go back in and add some more blush. Just pop that right there. A little bit of a bronzer. I'm going to just add this one right here, just like that. I'm not using too much of this because this is super pigmented and it is my summer shade. So I don't want to use too much of that. I'm going to just blend upwards. I'm going to pat it in. I'm going to also pull it up, pushing it into the cheekbones and up. You never want to bring it down. You want to bring this up. Now you could totally opt out of this if you don't want to use it, but I think it's really pretty on the skin. And then whatever is left, I'm going to just add that right down here on the nose. If you actually have more time to add like some more concealers just to brighten this up, you totally can. Or you could just opt for a brighter powder, or you could just keep the base as is. So I'm going to go in with a regular powder, translucent setting powder. This is the one by One Size, because I'm going to go ahead and use this right here, my powder puff. These are so amazing. Y'all get them from Amazon. I'm actually going to do my lids first. I like to do my lids first because when I do my lids, my eyes don't water as bad. So I'm going to just do my lids first. And what I'm doing is I'm picking up the powder. You see how it's not evenly dispersed? So I'm rubbing it into my palm and then getting this right on the lid. I'm going to add some right here as well. This is also what's going to make your makeup look a bit more like dang, she put some effort into her face. Otherwise, you could just leave it do it. If you have really dry skin, you could totally just leave this just as is. But I personally don't like to look too dewy. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your brush, okay, and then you're gonna blend because you're trying to get all those wrinkles out, and then you're gonna press this into the skin, making sure you're looking up. And what I'm doing is I'm pressing into the skin, but I'm also pulling this up just a little bit because you want to make sure that you do not set any creases whatsoever. You pull your nose down like this, open your mouth. All right, and this side here is set. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side really quick. I'm gonna take that same translucent setting powder. I'm gonna just set right under here and on the cheekbones. I'm not gonna set too much because I still want some of that soft glow to come through. The only two powders that you're really gonna need is a translucent setting powder to set under your eyes and maybe like around your eyes and stuff like that. But for a face powder, you do need a face powder. When you use a face powder, you don't have to worry about any of that flashback whatsoever. It's more skin-like, and then you can take all the pictures that you want to, and it's still gonna look nice and seamless and beautiful. Okay. I personally don't like to use translucent setting powder to set my face at nighttime because it will look more like a white cast unless the powder is your skin tone. That is something that we have to make sure that we pay attention to as Black girls, okay? Or anybody really, because if the powder is not your color, it's just not your color, sis. And it's okay. So this color is more like my shade. So I'm just setting certain areas like around the mouth. What I also love about this one, so there's this one and then there's the one by Sephora, the Sephora Micro Smooth. This one is the mineralized skin finish natural. I love this one because it has a little bit less pigment than Sephora's does, but it's just so beautiful on the skin. I use it on my clients all the time. I'm going to take this off of my forehead now, just so you can see how perfect of a match that foundation is. You barely see any line of demarcation on my forehead. And I'm just like, what? That looks so, so stinking good. I'm so obsessed with it. I'm going to take my pins out as well. All right, so we're basically done. If you want to go out the house just like this and people just say, oh my gosh, your skin looks so beautiful. And it's not like it's not heavy on the blush, not heavy on the powders, you didn't bake or anything like that, but it's just pretty. You can go ahead and go in with your one size setting spray to keep you mattified and kind of have your makeup last for a little longer if you choose. Me personally, I feel like I still feel a little undone, right? So let's go in and let's add some brows. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. I need a brow baby, okay? So I'm gonna use this one by Fenty Beauty, and I really do like this one. Is my mirror coming out? Baby, the mirror is coming out. Okay, we probably need to crazy glue that back together, cause girl. So anyways, I'm going to do my brows really quick. This is probably one thing that I think helps to really frame the face. So I'm going to just brush up my brows, okay? And I'm not going to go in heavy or anything like that. I just want, and this is a lighter shade too. It's not like my my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one is in dark brown. This one is a softer brown, so it's not so, when I want to go out and do like go crazy on the brows and go a little darker, I opt for a different brow, a brow pencil. But this one, I'm going to use this one and I'm going to start right up here. And I'm just going to follow my natural brows. So brows are on. That did it for me, sweetie. But if you want to take it a step further, if you have even more time, let's go ahead and let's put on some mascara. So today I'm going to use the Better Than Sex mascara. It's one of my favorites, and I'm going to now. Let me just mention this really quick. This mascara is really good, but the problem with this mascara that a lot of people have with it is that it does flake off. So I'm going to use this Lancome booster. It's the CILS booster. And I'm going to pop this on my lashes first. This really does help with keeping your lashes on longer without them flaking off as fast. Now, if you don't want to use this mascara, there's also the waterproof mascara. Um, this one right here by MAC is really, really good. The Urban Decay Perversion is also really good. And then I have a few others in here, but I'm going to use this one for now. I love the way that this one makes my lashes look. So I'm gonna just pop that on right now while my primer is still wet. It hasn't fully dried down. So I'm just gonna pop that on. So I feel like when you pop it on while it's still kind of like damp, it grabs onto the mascara a lot better. Right? And then if you want to leave it just like this, you totally can. I'm going to add some mascara right here on the bottom. And this one is not going to transfer. I'm just going to add just a little bit. Right, and just for the brows, if you're like a brow girl and you want to make sure that your brows stay in place all day, I'm going to just add something to the brows just to make them look, like my brows. If you're like me and you are itching for more blush, because I am really a blush girl, if you know, you know. Go ahead and add you some more blush, sis. I'm going to use this one by Scott Barnes, and go ahead and use my same powder brush. And I'm going to just use the shade Minimalist and Rosé. I'm going to just use both of those. And I'm not going to smile when I'm doing this because I want, as just how you see it, this is exactly how I want it to show up. I don't want to smile and then boom, just be left with powder, just blush right here. So I'm gonna just put this right here. Sometimes I even like to go in right in here and then just add whatever's left over as well. Okay, it gives your face like a whole all over, just finished and polished look as well. Last but not least, your lips. You can go in with some liner and some lip gloss, or liner and lipstick and lip gloss, however you want to do it. Today, I'm either going to use one or the other. And I'm thinking, since this matches more with my blush, I'm going to just use this one by Fenty. This one is called Fussy. Very soft, very natural, very easy, and very quick. For the shade that I picked up was 5W1 Bronze. And this is the Estee Lauder Futurist Skin Tint Serum. And wow, I am so impressed by this. Wow, I have never used anything from Estee Lauder, and this is my first. And I'm so happy that I even tried this. It was pricey. It was definitely pricey, but if I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna use something for everyday wear, this did it for me. Now, can you find something cheaper? Probably. Yeah, you probably can. I tend to go to drugstores and try to find, my shade, but they never have my shade, which usually means I have to mix, shades, and I have to do more work. This, I didn't have to do anything with it. You guys literally saw it in real time. I had to do nothing. Just throw it on and keep it moving. Just saying.